from a little mini haul. It's actually only a couple of items, but when I got it, I was excited to show you this because of a card that I made previous to this one. So I made the wiper card, if you remember, with the rose gold collection. Um, and I did that by hand. I cut out the pieces all by hand, and I'm trying to find it, but of course I never can find it when I'm looking for stuff. Oh no. Yes. No. Okay. I thought I had it, but I don't. I don't. It's not at the top of my cards because I've made so many since then. But it was a wiper card that I used with the perfume bottle, and I hand cut all the pieces. Well, when I was working with that, I came across this Mama Elephant set, and it's called Wiper Surprise. With that, it cuts out the card base itself with the score lines, and then it cuts out the wiper pieces. And so when you're using this, they have several different directions. So when you're making your wiper for your card, you must have the elephant. Let me come down a little bit and show you. The elephant is always stands up. So if you can see this little elephant, so for this one, it's standing up. So then the wiper would come up like this when you put it together. It would come up like this out of this card base. So it will come like that. And then you have one that comes the opposite direction. If you can see, that's not the opposite. Which was the opposite one? Here, this one. This one comes either direction. This one is right here, and this one is the opposite direction. I know I had one. No, it's not. One of these going. When I put it together, you'll see it comes out the opposite direction, and it's these are very cute, and it's easy to use them because you have to keep the feet level. And so when you're using them, the elephant's feet always stay on the ground, as it were, so at the bottom. And so they wipe up and down. Is this the one? Maybe it's not that they're different directions, they're different sizes. So this is for a fatter card than this one, and this one is for a fatter card than this one and this one. Um, that I think that might be more of a difference that you can see. I pull this down because this is smaller and that's smaller, and then this is a whole different direction. And so I'm going to test these out and do them to see if they work, if it really works, and see if you can um, cut out your card base and do your wiper with this template. I'll probably go online and look for some instructions on how to use it correctly, because I want to make sure I'm using it correctly when I do this. Because making a little thing yourself, it just take up time when I can flap these into the die, you know, and not have to worry about score marks or any of that stuff because it's already done for me. And you know I'm a die person, so I like that. I like not having to do measurements and all of that kind of stuff. So that's the reason why I bought this, is so that I didn't have to do any measurements. And you can use almost any die to do this. They're using a bear to do this, to coordinate with it. So I think it's going to be a really good um, use. So this will be my project for tomorrow. I will make a wiper card, something very generic, probably out of my Christmas compendium, and I'll make a wiper card for you using this Mama Elephant wiper die. Also today I received these watercolors. Now I have the 60 count watercolor that's in the tubes, and I was going to put them in the half pan like this. But when I did that, they cracked. and it drove me crazy. But I wanted the half pan tins, so when I'm out, I have watercolors. Like when I'm outside, I do a lot of painting under my pergola, and I hate the fact that I can never paint without bringing the tubes and bringing a bucket of water and that kind of thing. So now I have an array of colors that I won't have to do that with. This is the 36 count, which kind of encompasses most of the colors. With this set, they have a disproportion of yellows, which is weirdo. They have a disproportion of browns, which is weirdo. Like, I don't understand that. They needed more pastel-y colors. There's no white, but maybe because you can water stuff down to make them lighter. So I don't know. But I'm going to use this and see. I've already stamped out these. All I did was take the stamp. It only did the first 3, and then I did the first 6. Then I did the other 3 to make my own swatch card. And this is Arteza paper, because this thing here. Hi, Dr. E. Thank you for joining me for this quick little haul. This little thing here has all the numbers on it, and letters for each one of them. But what I don't like about this thing here, the paper is got to be the most flimsiest watercolor paper ever. And as soon as I started doing it, it started to buckle on the back. And so I did it only because then it will give me a guide to this one. That's the only reason why I did it. And because I was very disappointed in this cheap paper, Arteza. Come on now. This is day watercolor paper. That's a nice thick weight. And then you give us this cardstock? Really? Come on now. Let's stop playing. Y'all got to stop playing with the supplies that we purchased from you. We expect better than that. All you had to do was make this paper a little bit thicker and it wouldn't buckle. As soon as I put the water on here, it didn't buckle up my paper. You use the paper that's good for us. Stop playing around with our emotions and making us think we get something when we're really not getting the quality we deserve. But I like the colors. They're very vivid. They are very creamy. When you when you use it. Yeah, Doctor. Yeah, I'm surprised too, because it's really ridiculous. Because when you use them, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm right here. I just put a dot of water on that. If you just see that, how it's just moving right away. Let me bring you down. Down. If you can see how it's moving perfectly with just that spot of water. So you mean to tell me you couldn't give us good paper to put it on? That's ridiculous. You could have given us a good paper to put it on. You know we have to keep using this and keep using this to make sure we have good color saturation. And so I have to put this on here, and then I have to let it dry and then go back on top of it, because as soon as I put it on there, it starts to buckle. Crazy. But the same paper that we get in the booklets that they send, the ones where we get the Arteza books, I can load this down with this color and it's not going to start buckling at all. And I'm putting a lot of water on here. And it's not buckling at all. Nothing. It's not buckling nowhere. It's not buckling. And I got if you can see that, I got a bunch of water on there. You can see the water moving. And it's not buckling this paper. So, I mean, that might be something tedious, but that is really not good. Yeah, this is a nice thick sheet of paper, and they give us this. You can see that this paper is buckling right there, right on top. Like, it's already breaking down. Horrible. Horrible. And these are, I guess, supposed to be student grade paints, but look how vivid this is. This is a vivid color of paint. That paint is very vivid to be a student grade. So I don't know. I just needed another palette. I needed a palette to work with later on outside or wherever. And so that's why I picked this up. They have a water brush in here. This is the 36 pan. They have a water brush in here, but I didn't want to use this new one when I already had this squeezable one already in use. And I like these. I like that they have this whatever this is, push button. They have this push button. I love this push button. And so that's why I didn't use that. And I think the whale, yeah, the whale is bigger. The whale is much bigger than this because this stops here. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's bigger. So, I just really wanted to come on and show you this and vent a little bit about this paper and how bad it is buckling up. It's just not good. But the paint, no problem with this paint. And what I did was the half pans came all, they all came wrapped. All of the half pans came wrapped. And so what I did was, so I could know my colors, I unwrapped them and then I put the color underneath it. See, I put the color underneath, so then I still have the color number. So when I need to refill them, because I'm going to figure out a way to refill these with the regular Arteza tubes. I think you can add that gum, Arabic gum to them to make them more solidify, and then I can refill them. But I think this was a good buy, and it was on sale. Arteza having a Black Friday in July sale, where this pan is normally, I think, $44 for this 36 half pan, and I got it as a bundle with the half pan and 2 packs or 2 of their spiral bound oh no, that's it, not them, of their watercolor paper, but it's the 12 by 9. I get 2 of them plus the 36 pan for $39.99. So it's a better deal than just buying them by themselves. So if you go over to the Christmas in July sale, you'll get a better deal for these 36 half pans. And I used VNA. She's on YouTube. VNA's link to buy it. So if you want to go over there and use her link, it would be nice. If not, go to Arteza and get these, because I think even at Amazon, this 36 pan is more expensive. So check those out. I'm going to use these with whatever design I pick to make this, so you can see like a 2-in-1 deal. I'm waiting for a few more orders because I'm doing a dry August where I'm not buying anything in the month of August, because I just don't want to spend no more money. I have so much stuff I need to just use it all. I'm getting the opportunity to use it all, a lot of it right now, because of the 100 kits a week that I do for the DPS. And so I'm excited, but I have to stop buying stuff and use a lot of what I already have. And so that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm doing. So I don't want to cut off sales from anybody, because small businesses right now need as much help as they can. But I have to personally stop buying in the month of August. And I made an agreement with my husband that I was going to do that. And so I am. If you want to join me, please do. You don't have to. I'll still be on all of the shows. I'll still be watching all the programs, but I just won't buy in the month of August. So my prayer is nothing is really going to attract me to want to buy it, because I don't want to become a liar. I want to be honest and not buy anything in August. The only thing I'm allowing is the auto ships, because they're already in place. So thank you so much for joining me for this mini little haul for the paints and the wiper. And I will definitely do a demo for these tomorrow. Thank you so much, and see you in the next.